Good morning. Yes, I am still alive, and here is everything new I watched in June and July combined. Last of the Grads may have one of the most influential actors of our generation starring in it, but the movie is so cruel with its lengthy runtime. Four Good Days was good, although I think there are times when logic is completely thrown out the window. A Quiet Place Part 2 was a blast in IMAX. The whole movie is a crust cut, and I cannot wait to revisit this in the future. I can't help but think about the title of this one because, you know, it's like it dug its own grave before it was even born. Everything that has to be said has already been said already by this point. Just know that I really did enjoy this, except I didn't feel depressed at all walking out like a lot of film Twitter people are talking about. There's a lot to love about Seance, the story world in particular, but the ending kind of lost me a little bit. I made a review about Initiation, click the card up there now for the full review and the score there. Georgetown was a pretty bland looking movie inspired by a fascinating true story. Honestly, if The Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It isn't a Conjuring movie in a way that stars the Warren couple, I would not like this at all. I don't remember much from this other than the ending and how it was a bit boring, so I'm just gonna skip over this one. Cruella in Dolby was fantastic just from a visual standpoint. The soundtrack can be bothersome at times though. I really dug Party With Me. I said it before, I'll say it again. Every year there are movies like this that get swept under the rug. It's really just a person dealing with some shit. Plan B is another one that gets made almost every year now by this point. It feels generic in every way. You've seen this already. Definitely. There are shit that I cannot unsee in Hunted, but I think it's a very satisfying movie with colors that make you taste red. Oslo really surprised me, and you know me, I love a talking, arguing movie like this. Nail Bomber Manhunt, another Netflix true crime doc that I instantly forget about 5 minutes after watching it. Weekenders reminded me of No Doubt a little bit, and I'll use the word delightful to describe this one. Mainstream is probably the biggest what the fuck movie we got so far this year. You can approach this movie at any angle and form any kind of opinion, and you would be absolutely 100% correct, and everyone would all agree with you as well. That's how weird this movie is. I'm thinking of rewatching this one by the end of the year because on one hand I think it's fantastic, and on the other hand it feels like it's cheating a little bit. Spirit Untamed is definitely for kids. I was kind of bored with this one as an adult. Great cast though. Awake turned me to sleep. Together is probably one of the better extremely small indies I've seen this year. It feels like a new Baumbach or a different Baumbach. I was so excited to see Profile, but really the lines are so blurred, especially towards the end, that I couldn't believe these are the decisions being made. Whether you do or don't already know about the Dyatlov Pass, this is neither a good starting point nor is it offering anything new, so there's that. I had some fun watching Untitled horror movie, very meta, and the actors are really good too. 12 Mighty Orphans feels very by the book in regards to getting a reaction and or emotion from the audience with this subject material. I just wish there's more relationship work here. I've been a fan of Kevin Hart for a long time, and when I saw The Upside, I knew this one was coming sooner or later, and he was really good in this one. Go see it. It took me a good while to get used to the style of Zebra Girl, but once I'm in, this took me on a ride. It's not for everyone, but if you like it, you'll like it. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard was a movie that exists. I enjoyed the first one. This one felt a bit too TV and slapped together for me, especially compared to the first one. Luca is super cute. It made some decisions in writing I did not see coming in a Pixar film. Censor is another horror film that's extremely interesting how it blurs our perception alongside the characters. The Ice Road, another Netflix action movie. Zola got its audience. People really love this one, but this kind of filmmaking, I guess, just isn't my cup of tea. Rich Dragon was better than I thought, but yes, it feels very derivative. I wasn't too excited about the trilogy after watching 1994, but the second one, reminiscing of the late 70s, early 80s slasher genre, got me really pumped for the third, but the third feels like two movies sewn into one, and the decisions with the casting shtick thing, just give me a break. Black Widow should have come years ago, and at this point it's certainly too late for me at least. Sofia Boutella is in this one, that's reason enough to watch it, but the story world world is so unclear, it's hard to emphasize with anything that's happening on screen. The Forever Purge is another Purge movie, if I'm remembering correctly. This is, I guess, one of the better ones, if I'm remembering correctly, that is. And I definitely need to rewatch Pig before talking about it, but god damn do I love Nick Cage. When you go into an escape room movie, you want to solve the puzzles with the characters and you want to feel the rooms. This one didn't give me either of it. It's just a lot of shouting over loud music. Tides has incredible atmosphere. Our main lead is spot on, but I never felt the conflict being fully realized. You can dislike this all you want. I had a great time watching this. It's so dry, it's so self-aware, it's so dumb, but it's also really funny. I just hope they have more time and money to perfect the stunts a little bit. I will always admire and respect Shyamalan for doing shit no one else is doing. I will definitely rewatch this. It's weird. I would love to make a video about this. The Tomorrow War left less of an impact on me than it probably was hoping for, but god damn did I wish this went to the theater. There's one staircase scene, it definitely stood out to me. Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins in IMAX was very shaky. Literally, no sudden move really reminded me of Miller's Crossing a little bit, but I think this one maybe outstayed its welcome just a tad bit, a little bit. Joe Bell didn't quite do the true story justice, mainly because of his structure and writing choices. Till Death is technically a very well made movie, but I was actually shocked with the decisions that are still being made in contemporary thrillers. I don't get it. I was into Blood Red Sky at first, but the longer it went on, the more it kind of lost me. I thought a classic horror story is very much worth checking out. It's like a combination of multiple horror classics, but not really, and it's good, but it's also not. Go see it. You want to fuck it or kill it, seduce or devour, the choice is yours. David Lowery and Daniel Hart should never stop making films together, because this is yet another home run by some of my favorite filmmakers working today. I cannot grade it right now. I have to watch it and then watch it again and then watch it again. I'm liking this. I'm loving this, okay? Thank you so much for sitting through yet another boring ass video. I would love to make a video about Old. I would love to make a video about The Green Knight. I just don't know when or if that's ever gonna happen, but I really want to. I'll try to make that happen. I don't know when it's coming, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe. I'll see you next time. Wear a mask. I don't know. Don't drink and drive or some shit.